wake up and something feels deeply wrong. Not with your body, not with your mind, but with the world around you. You watch people lie without blinking. You see manipulation disguised as kindness. You witness betrayal wrapped in smiles. And the worst part? When you call it out, when you say this is not right, everyone looks at you like you are the problem. Like you are too sensitive, too idealistic, too naive. But here is what no one is telling you. You are not wrong, you are not broken, you are not failing to understand how the world works. The world itself has been redesigned, restructured, reprogrammed, and it happened so slowly, so quietly, that most people did not even notice. What used to be called evil is now called smart. What used to be called manipulation is now called strategy. What used to be called betrayal is now called being realistic. You feel it every day, at work where honesty gets you nowhere but playing politics gets you promoted. In relationships where genuine emotions are seen as weakness, but calculated moves are seen as maturity. On social media where truth gets ignored but lies wrapped in confidence go viral. Even in families where love has conditions and support comes with hidden prices. This is not normal, but it has become normalized, and if you are feeling lost, confused, or angry about all of this, it is not because you do not understand the game. It is because you still have something most people have lost: a conscience. We are living in a world that would make Niccolò Machiavelli proud, but not in the way you think, because what is happening now is darker, deeper, and more dangerous than anything that Italian philosopher could have imagined 500 years ago. And you? You are trapped inside it, trying to stay human, while the world tells you that being human is your biggest mistake. This is not just about feeling uncomfortable with dishonesty. This is about something much bigger, something that is eating away at the very foundation of what makes us human. Because here is the terrifying truth. If you do not learn to play by these new rules, if you do not master the art of manipulation, if you refuse to see people as tools to be used, then the system will crush you. Not physically, not violently, but slowly, invisibly, completely. Think about it. The honest employee who works hard but refuses to play office politics? They stay at the same position for years while watching manipulators climb the ladder. The genuine friend who gives without calculating? They get used, drained, and discarded. The authentic person on social media who shares real struggles? They get ignored while fake success stories get millions of views. The romantic partner who loves unconditionally? They get taken for granted while the one who plays games gets chased. You think you are just having bad luck. You think you just need to try harder, be better, give more. But that is not the problem. The problem is that you are playing chess while everyone else is playing a completely different game. A game where the rules reward deception, where winning means stepping on others, where success is measured by how well you can wear a mask. And if you refuse to play, if you hold on to your values, your authenticity, your humanity, then you become the perfect victim. Because in a world full of Machiavellian players, the honest person is not seen as noble, they are seen as prey. This is what no one wants to admit. That choosing to be good in this world is not just difficult. It is dangerous. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you a target. It makes you question if maybe, just maybe, everyone else is right and you are the one who needs to change. Let me take you back 500 years. Florence, Italy. A man named Niccolò Machiavelli writes a book that shocks the world. The Prince. In it, he says something that makes people gasp, that a ruler should be feared rather than loved, that the ends justify the means, that morality is a luxury leaders cannot afford. People were horrified. The church banned his work. His name became synonymous with evil, manipulation, cruelty. But here is what history does not tell you. Machiavelli was not promoting evil. He was simply describing reality. He was pulling back the curtain on how power actually works, how it has always worked. And for centuries this knowledge stayed locked away in palaces, boardrooms, secret societies. The powerful knew the game. The rest of us, we were kept in the dark, fed stories about virtue, honor, and justice. But something changed in the last few decades. The internet arrived. Information exploded. Suddenly, everyone had access to these dark truths. Books on manipulation became bestsellers. Courses on dark psychology went viral. Social media turned everyone into their own little prince, their own little kingdom of followers. And slowly, quietly, terrifyingly, Machiavellian thinking stopped being the exception. It became the rule. Now look around you. Every influencer is using psychological triggers to hook your attention. Every company is using data manipulation to control your choices. Every politician is using fear and division to gain power. Even your co-workers, your friends, sometimes your own family members are using tactics straight out of Machiavelli's playbook. But they do not call it manipulation anymore. They call it emotional intelligence. They do not call it deception. They call it personal branding. They do not call it exploitation, they call it networking. The transformation is complete. We are not living in a society with a few bad actors anymore. We are living in a society where being a bad actor is seen as being smart, where using people is called being strategic, where having no loyalty is called keeping your options open. Machiavelli would look at our world and be stunned, not because we have become evil, but because we have made evil look like wisdom. You know what the most disturbing part is? You are being trained to become like this too. Every single day, in ways so subtle you do not even notice. It starts small. Someone tells you to fake it till you make it. Harmless advice, right? Then you learn to manage your image, to control the narrative, to leverage relationships. Each phrase sounds professional, sounds smart, sounds like success. But let me translate what these really mean. Fake it till you make it means lie until lying becomes natural. Managing your image means never show who you really are. Controlling the narrative means manipulate how others see reality. Leveraging relationships means use people as stepping stones. You are not learning life skills. You are learning how to stop being human. And the training is everywhere, in every self-help book that tells you to see people as resources, in every business course that teaches you to exploit psychological weaknesses, in every dating advice that turns love into a strategic game, in every social media guru who shows you how to manufacture authenticity. Step by step, lesson by lesson, you are being converted from a person into a player, from a human into a machine. The scariest part? It works. The person who learns to fake confidence gets the job over the genuinely qualified one. The one who manipulates emotions gets more dates than the one who shows real feelings. The influencer who creates a fake life gets rich while the honest creator struggles. And watching this, experiencing this, losing to this, something breaks inside you. You start to think, maybe they are right. Maybe being real is stupid. Maybe caring is weakness. Maybe the only way to survive is to become like them. This is how they get you, not through force, not through threats, but through exhaustion. Through making you watch good people fail and bad people win over and over until you are too tired to resist anymore. until you wake up one day and realize you have become exactly what you used to hate. Another Machiavellian player in a world full of them, wondering if you ever really had a choice. When was the last time you met someone and did not immediately wonder what they wanted from you? When was the last time someone helped you without you searching for the hidden agenda? When was the last time you shared good news without carefully calculating who might get jealous? This is what we have lost, the ability to be human without being strategic about it. You cannot even rest anymore without thinking about how it looks. Taking a break? Better post about self-care to show you are not lazy. Spending time with family? Better document it to prove you have work-life balance. Feeling sad? Better package it as a mental health journey to gain sympathy points. Every genuine moment has to be monetized, weaponized, optimized. Because if you do not control your narrative, someone else will use it against you. Remember when friendship meant someone you could be yourself with. Now it means someone useful to know. Remember when love meant accepting someone completely. Now it means finding someone who checks all your boxes. Remember when work meant contributing something meaningful. Now it means outmaneuvering your colleagues. Even kindness has been corrupted. You cannot just be nice anymore. You have to network. You cannot just help. You have to build your personal brand. And the exhaustion is not just mental, it is spiritual. Because maintaining multiple versions of yourself for different audiences is destroying the real you, the work you, the social media you, the family you, the dating you, all carefully crafted performances. But somewhere in between all these masks, the actual you is suffocating, screaming, dying. You have become a walking strategy, a breathing calculation, a human-shaped business plan. The worst part? You cannot even talk about this with anyone. Because admitting you are tired of the game makes you look weak. Saying you want genuine connection makes you seem naive. Wanting to drop the mask makes you vulnerable. So you keep playing, keep pretending, keep dying inside, surrounded by others doing exactly the same thing. All of you trapped in your own strategic prisons, desperate for something real but too scared to be the first one to break character. But what if I told you there is another way? What if I told you that your disgust with all of this is not weakness but strength? That your refusal to fully embrace this Machiavellian world is not naivety but wisdom? You see, throughout history, every time society has tilted too far toward darkness, there have been people like you. People who felt the wrongness in their bones. People who could not shake the feeling that this is not how humans are meant to live. They were not the loudest, they were not the most successful by conventional standards, but they were the ones who kept the flame of humanity alive when everyone else was willing to let it die. And right now, in this moment, you might be one of them. Because the fact that you are struggling with this world means you have not surrendered to it. The fact that manipulation feels wrong to you means your conscience is still alive. The fact that you crave genuine connection means your soul has not been completely colonized. This is not about becoming naive or letting people walk over you. This is about understanding that there is a third option between being a victim and becoming a predator. You can be aware of the games without playing them. You can see the manipulation without participating in it. You can protect yourself without destroying your humanity in the process. It starts with a simple but revolutionary act. Choosing to see other people as tools. Refusing to turn every interaction into a transaction. Refusing to measure your worth by how well you can deceive. Yes, you might lose some opportunities. Yes, some people will see you as an easy target. Yes, you will watch manipulators succeed where you fail. But here is what they will never tell you. Those victories are hollow. That success is empty. Because when you build your life on manipulation, you can never trust anything you have. Not your relationships, because they are based on lies. Not your achievements, because they came from exploitation. Not even yourself, because you have forgotten who you really are, beneath all the strategies. The real power, the lasting power, comes from something else entirely. It comes from being someone people can actually trust in a world full of facades. From being a safe space in a world full of predators. From being real in a world full of performances. This is not just idealism. This is the deepest form of rebellion against a sick system. So, here is the truth that changes everything. You are not failing at life. You are failing at a corrupted version of life. You are not too sensitive for this world. This world has become too insensitive for humanity. You are not wrong to feel disgusted by the games people play. Those games are disgusting, and most importantly, you are not alone in feeling this way. Right now, millions of people are waking up to the same realization. They are tired of the masks, tired of the strategies, tired of turning every human moment into a chess move. They are looking for something real, something true, something human. And they are finding each other, in small conversations, in quiet moments of authenticity, in the choice to be vulnerable even when it is dangerous. This is the underground resistance against the Machiavellian world. But let me be clear about something. This is not a call to be weak. This is not permission to be a doormat. This is an invitation to find a different kind of strength. The strength to set boundaries without becoming cruel. The strength to succeed without selling your soul. The strength to protect your heart without closing it completely. Because the ultimate victory against a Machiavellian world is not becoming better at the game than everyone else. It is refusing to let the game define who you are. You have a choice to make. You can surrender to the system, learn all the tricks, master all the manipulations, and maybe even win by its rules. Or you can choose the harder path. The path of staying human in an inhuman world. The path of building genuine connections in a transactional society. The path of being real in a world of facades. It will not be easy. You will face setbacks. You will question yourself. You will be tempted to give in. But if you choose this path, if you hold on to your humanity, if you refuse to let Machiavelli win, then something amazing happens. You become a beacon. A reminder that another way is possible, a proof that not everyone has surrendered, and slowly, one genuine interaction at a time, one real moment at a time, one authentic choice at a time, you help turn the tide. Because the Machiavellian world only wins if we all agree to play. And you have the power to say no, the power to be different, the power to stay human. If this resonated with you, if you felt seen by these words, then share this. Not as a strategy, not for engagement, but because someone in your life might need to hear that they are not crazy for wanting something real. They are not alone in this fight, and together, maybe we can build something better than a world where everyone is pretending and no one is truly living. You have made it this far because something inside you knows this matters. Because every word has touched a wound you have been carrying. Because finally someone is saying what you have been feeling but could not articulate. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are awake in a world that wants you to sleep. But knowing is only the first step. Recognition without action becomes another form of torture. You see the game but feel powerless to change it. You understand the sickness but do not know how to heal. So let me leave you with this. Start small. Start today. Start with one genuine moment, one real conversation, One authentic choice. Do not try to change the whole world. Just refuse to let the world change you. The next time someone expects you to play games, be direct instead. The next time you are tempted to manipulate, choose honesty. The next time you feel pressure to wear a mask, dare to show your real face. Yes, it will feel risky. Yes, some people will not understand. Yes, you might lose some superficial connections. But what you gain is worth more than anything the Machiavellian world can offer. You gain yourself back. Comment below if this spoke to you. Not for the algorithm, not for engagement, but because when we share our truth, we create cracks in the facade. We let others know they are not alone. We build a community of people who refuse to surrender their humanity. And in a world full of strategic interactions, that simple act of genuine sharing becomes revolutionary. Watch the next video. Keep learning, keep questioning, keep refusing to accept that this is just how things are. Because every person who chooses authenticity over strategy, connection over manipulation, truth over deception, is helping to build a different world. A world where being human is not a weakness but the greatest strength of all. And that world, it starts with you. Right here, right now, in this moment of choice. The Machiavellian world seems all-powerful, but it has one fatal weakness. It only exists because we agree to play along. And you have just taken the first step toward walking away from the game. Stay strong, stay human. The world needs you exactly as you are.